Hey y'all, I ain't been on this joint in a minute. I'm back again. So, let's go back to when I first started talking about the Diddy trial and how I said, yo, I kind of in my own way said, look at the situation, around the situation, but now it's coming to fruition. Diddy has been released of 3 of the charges, which I think if you're going to release him of 3 of the charges, all of them need to go away because them 2 they charged him with is not as serious as the other ones. But they want to waste the brother's time and everything and prove something, I guess, then that's what they're going to do. But I got other stuff to talk about in my life. Like, I've been going through some crap myself, and a lot of times we don't care about regular people like us. I mean, when I say regular, I mean the average Joe. We go through so much in the course of a day, a week, or whatever, what have you. So I'm dealing with some issues right now, some heavy issues. Like, moving to North Carolina was maybe the worst decision I ever made in my life. I'm just going to be honest. I thought it was going to be an up and up, but it's really turned out to be a nightmare. Not even on Elm Street, on every street in America. I came down here, I kind of had stuff together, but, you know, where I landed, no. But as New Yorkers, we learn to survive with whatever environment we're in. I think, yo, in a sense, I'm not even going to say it's way over my head, but this has been challenging, okay? I've never been not in control of my life and my finances like I am now. So, now that I have 3 books out and the 4th one is on the way, I think I'm doing pretty good as long as y'all support. So, I'm faced with a situation right now in the state. I'm trying to work it out with the person so I don't have to go to court. Sometimes when you're talking to people, they don't really get it. They like, oh, but I did this, that, da, da, da. I don't have no wrong in it. And it's like, yo, step into my shoes and you'll see what I'm talking about. But they're not seeing it. I don't want to take nobody to court. I just think court is annoying for both parties, you know what I'm saying? But if it's heavy, and I've already lost a lot of time. I've already lost a lot of money. It's been a heavy weight on my family. And so now I'm like, you know, I left New York because I needed a change. But I didn't need to go down. I needed to go up. I didn't need to go down. I needed to go up. But it's I can't even get into details, you know, and it's the people, some of the people are just, I don't even know what to say, yo. Like, they're going to try you, you know what I'm saying? I'm at the age where I'm not out here trying to fight nobody. I'm not out here trying to get in no fights. I ain't in here trying to K nobody. But, I'm going to defend myself, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, happens, you know what I mean? But I'm going to do everything in my power to avoid such low-class, low-life people. But that's what you got to do in life. You got to avoid, people think because you're avoiding a situation, you're scared. I'm not hardly scared. I'm scared of what I might do to you. But it is what it is. I'd rather step away. I'm too old now to be going to jail for some little trashy hoe or whatever, whatever's going on. Y'all get in the comments. Talk to me. You know what I mean? I got a few things going on. Like I said, that court, I don't want to take nobody to court, but it's involving a lot of money. And they're not getting it. I feel like I was thinking, you know, hey, they did me dirty. I'm going to talk to them first and see if I can talk some sense into them. I mean, you know, but you can't talk sense into people that don't have no sense. I'm not trying to be funny, and if he sees this video, I mean, if you take offense to it, because I'm speaking the truth. If you don't have no sense, you're not going to understand sensible things that's being said to you. So, but, you know, I'm not in a place to be praying and all that stuff and all that stuff. My thing is, I'm like, I need my money. I don't care nothing about none of that. I need my money. Dude, I mean, you know, this guy that owed me money, I feel like he owed me money. You know, you did me dirty. You didn't do what you were supposed to do when you were supposed to do it. And I don't want to get into full detail, but, you know, like I said, we go through things in life, but you gotta step back and say, hey, is this my battle? Is it my battle? Is it the Lord's battle? Or is it, you know, I'm trying to make this the court's battle. You know what I'm saying? I need a magistrate or somebody to sort this whole thing out, because in the end, I'm going to lose. I've already lost. My family's going to always have my back, but, you know, I feel like if I don't fight, I'm letting my family down. I have to fight. So, being that I couldn't get the answers that I need from this person, I've asked them time and time again for certain things they didn't give to me. So at this point, because I didn't get those things, it's time to take action. Y'all get in the comments and let me know, you know, I'm tired of battling people. I'm tired of dealing with situations. I got enough situations on my back. And that's selling these books so that I can change the way people think, and I can change the way people feel, and I can create stronger minded individuals when they read my poetry books. You know, some stuff is going to go over your head, because sometimes I don't know what I'm writing and where it come from. Where did this stuff come from? Was I here before? The poem, Black Folks Get Your Balls Back Up. You know what I mean? Like, get your balls back up. Yeah, it makes sense. Black folks, you need to get your balls back up. You know what I'm saying? Get the poetry book. Like, that Battle for Supremacy. Like, these are the titles that come to me when I'm writing these pieces. Like, I consider myself a thought provoker instead of a poet now. I mean, you can label me a poet, but I don't. You know, when I listen to other poets, I don't really sound like them. Am I really a poet or just a thought provoker? But I guess I would be. Well, anyway, if you don't get the books, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. You know, Thoughts of a Dying Soul, Thoughts of a Rising Soul, spelled THAWTS, by Laura Dennell. D''NEL. Their books, they're out on Amazon. I just dropped a children's book that is fire. And I think a lot of people are going to be happy with it. There were so many ways I could have wrote that book, but I chose to stay within the context of things, keep it simple. The questions will come. I'll just answer them when they come. I'm obliged. If you guys stay tuned, I will be having an interview on the 27th with On the Town with Tanya. On the Town with Tanya. It's on Sunday evenings. I'll get all the information. If you look up, is it Talk of the Town? Talk of the Town with Tanya. I believe it is. She's in the UK, but they want to interview me on the 27th, so y'all look for that. You know, support the sister. You know what I'm saying? Don't laugh at me, because I'm not a good interviewee. But I'm going to try my best to answer the questions as they come. And let's just come out and have a good time. You know, they do a lot of comedy and stuff like that, but we're going to try to make the best of this. Yeah, I have to think about a lot of stuff that I say. A lot of stuff goes on my mind in the course of a day, and I don't get to really sit down and analyze them I've been writing a lot more pieces. So I guess a third poetry book is coming. I mean, as a writer, your mind is you're always writing. I don't care if you're walking into the DMV. I don't care if you're shopping in the store. There's always something that's gonna bow in your brain. Like, I was always a quiet kid, but people felt like things wasn't going on in my mind. Oh, yes, it was. Stuff that I would never talk about. I might, but I would never talk about some of the stuff that I used to think about as a youngster. I'm not talking about a teenager. I'm talking about 8, 9 years old. Like, that's when you start developing and shaping who you're going to be. People don't pay attention to. I mean, I know they back in my day they didn't pay attention to girls. They didn't give a shit. Excuse my language. I forget this is YouTube. You can't be doing that. They didn't think about girls. Like, they just, you know what I'm saying? But over the years, I've learned that, and I said this. I think the book that's coming out with my book on pain. When you destroy a woman, you destroy a nation. I'm trying to talk and try to make my videos a little longer, make them a little stronger. But you know, I'm not great with continuing to talk. Although I've set a record tonight at 13 minutes and 30 seconds. My day-to-day, today I did an audition. I hope that goes well. But I play a darn good grandma, and I play older women in a lot of plays. Especially I played Women Who Love Too Much. I think it was Sister Valerie. I played Sister Valerie. I got a man child, but I do a good grandma. Babies, you know, I just sit here and I wonder why today's children are so engulfed in these little computer things that they ain't got the morals, just the simple morals that we was raised up to have. Amen. All right, that's my grandma impression. Don't laugh, y'all. From like in my 20s, I was trying to break into the industry, yo. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. So I say, you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. I always thought of myself as a producer instead of an actress and stuff like that. But I did used to want to act on all them shows back in the day, like Facts of Life and all that. You know, we all grew up with Gary Coleman, Different Strokes, you know, Little House on the Prairie. They used to call me Laura Ingalls. Yeah, my name is Laura. I used to get it for Head and Shoulders, everything. Laura Ingalls, Laura Winslow. I used to get the Urkel, whatever going on all the time. That was me. I mean, my name was all over the place. But now people hate my name. Like, when I got older, I feel like everybody hate the name Laura. Why is that? Can somebody please get in the comments and explain to me why I'm a face with no name? I just want to know, like, what is people seeing? I feel like I'm a face with no name. You know what I'm saying? Am I the face of evil or the face of God? I haven't been on this place a long time, but my feet haven't found a peaceful place to try. A face has no name, but a soul must be called. So don't let me live my life without shame. I see happy faces. Why can't one be me? You know, I wrote that poem because of the pain. I feel like everybody is born into this world. What's the first thing you get when you're born into this world? Really think about it. What do your parents do when you first come into the world? Oh, they look like a Joe, or they look like a John, or they look like a Sue, or they look like a Shaniqua, Bequa, or something like that. But you get a name. What's the significance of a name? It's so that you're distinctively classified. Laura is not Cindy. Cindy is not Maria. John is not Jim. You get a name when you are born. But over the years, I found that my name has disappeared from the face of the earth. I don't get it. And people, they don't see how their actions hurt people. And then when you correct them, they get mad. It's like, yo, who you talking to? Hi, John. Hi, Bob. I hear it all day long. Hey, this one, hey, that one. But then when it comes to me, it's like, how you doing? Do you know how painful that is? Right now, I'm thinking about changing my name to something else. Oh yes, I've been thinking very strong about it. I've had aliases or I use other names, and people love that name better. They love the names I shoot out to them better than they like the name I was born to be. My name is not hard to pronounce. It's the easiest name to me in the English language, besides Amy or I'm not understanding why I don't get the level of respect other people get. I feel like, if I was a serial killer and stuff like that, I would get more respect. There, they knew the serial killers got mad respect. People called them by name. I don't care how angry they was at them. Jeffrey! Remember the lady said, Jeffrey, I hate you. She still addressed him. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That case with Jeffrey D. I was like, that. He's just, he was still addressed by his name. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be, but with the crimes that he committed, it's like, wow. I mean, but anyway, I really, there's certain things in life that, it should come natural to people. I learned early at the job I was at, I learned from a person who, I'm just going to say, I really didn't have much respect for. I learned that you address people. When you address people, you address people. And that don't mean other names that wasn't given to them at birth. If you know their name, you address them by name. If you don't know their name, you ask them what their name is. Why is that so hard for people to do? Hey, what's your name? Why do I always have to introduce myself to people like I'm the layperson? I mean, what I'm saying? I've accomplished a lot. It's just saying, on a level that y'all respect. But to make it to this age is an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? We all go on different journeys. But you always come back to the place where your true friends are. People you meet along the way, you will learn from them. But you always come back to the place where your true friends are. Always remember that. People have always overlooked me for I'm stupid and dumb or I ain't got no sense. But if you read my poetry books, you're going to see where it is. What drove this inner demon I had, I was really angry for a long time. It took me a long time to get past hurt. It took me a long time. You can get past hurt. It takes time. But it's going to take you wanting to get past that hurt. Y'all, I gave y'all little tidbits tonight. I mean, it ain't, I'm not, this one or that one that y'all admired for so long, but I try to give people some of these jewels and give them some wisdom because I realize that people out here now, They ain't got the little bit of wisdom, a peanut shell with wisdom. Everything is internet. Everything is on the internet. All that stuff that y'all be liking on the internet ain't nothing. Ain't no talent. Some of it ain't even talent. Some of it is funny. Some of it's not. Some of it, some people have very clever videos they put up. But, I stay true. Whatever I'm talking right here is how I talk. I'm not making up. I'm not doing things for the internet to please other people's, We know, okay, things I don't do in the natural, I'm not going to do on YouTube. I'm not going to make videos to impress the masses. Because in the end, I feel like that's not me and that ain't real. So, if I don't get a lot of likes, that's cool, y'all. Because I sit back and I don't fall. Because I get up and I pack it up and I lift up. If this is Uplift for the Gift. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. I'll be back with some real live talking. I'm going to try to start really getting my podcast off the ground. I'm not being lazy. It's just a lot of things going on. But I'll see y'all on the next fly high into space. I'll see y'all on the next show. Uplift for the Gift. Y'all like this. Y'all subscribe. Y'all support an individual. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace, yo.